Almost forgot my hat. Hello and welcome back to Game Start. I'm your host, Bardic Knowledge, and we are in the epilogue of The Witcher 2, which happened a lot faster than I was expecting. I thought I had a chapter or two more to go.
While you were fighting Saskia, the city was staged to a bloody spectacle.
The players?
There were many. At first it was a hunt for the traitors, but it soon turned into a hunt for all mages. And there were a few skirmishes between Kedweni, Redanian and Temerian troops. Rape, pillage and murder. Not necessarily in that order. The pastimes of the Order's pious knights. And the regular troops soon followed suit. The kings, with their choice units, left the city just after the dragon attacked.
And the Nilfgaardians?
Remained neutral. That is to say, they shot anyone who dared approach their camp.
Alrighty then. So the three achievements that I got in the at the end of the previous playthrough were reach the epilogue, save Saskia, which I didn't realize at the time was even a possible thing to not do, but I realized later still that it would be if I hadn't gone to get the dagger, I wouldn't have been able to save her. And then the third one, I don't remember. Oh, because I hit level 35. Okay. Or no, that's... I said I wanted to see the achievements. There we are. So these most recent bits here. One saying enough, yeah. Pest controls, I think I got it. So Dragonheart. Sensitive Guy was to save Sheila. And Spellbreaker was to get the dagger. But yeah, so that's what all that was about.
When we're done with you, you'll be a lump of whimpering meat. Elf! Killed a non-human.
I think I'm going to enjoy this more than I should. Oops. I pushed the wrong button. There. I'd ask if you're... Oh, there we go.
Beasts! Bloody sons of bitches!
Will you be all right?
Yes, thank you. Leave me.
What happened here?
When the summit ended, we hid in one of the houses, but they found us. They cut off both my sister's hands so she wouldn't cast spells, but I managed to escape. They caught me here.
Let's go, Gwynblade. This is madness. Lochmuin has changed. That's what it looks like now.
I think I'm just going to keep my sword drawn. Interesting, the back is serrated, but the front is not.
I think I heard something.
Imperial troops. Long live the Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
I already had my sword drawn, dang it. Hey, Yorvith, you let your guy get away. Don't worry, I got it.
Finish your story.
I managed to sneak into the Nilfgaardian camp. It was relatively quiet there. Then I saw Letho leading Triss out.
They let him go?
No one dared stop him. I followed him. I think he noticed me, but didn't seem to care. Once the fighting died down, he went to the former Temerian camp.
Is Triss all right?
Alright, so it looks like I gotta go around to get there. I was headed for the original way in. That is a huge pile of corpses. Were there even that many people in this place? Yeah. Suppose we didn't see all of it to begin with, but still.
Stop, Yorvith. I'm going alone.
Why?
This is between the two of us. Take care of Triss until I return.
Self-closing
Your
door.
choice.
Mine, indeed. There's one more thing you need to know. Nilfgaard's armies have crossed the Yaruga. War is inevitable.
Vafail, Gwynblade. Don't get killed.
Farewell, Yorvith. If I don't return within the hour, find Saskia and leave without me. Are you all right?
Yes. He saved me from the Nilfgaardians, and defended me from the troops.
It's time to end this. Yorvith's waiting. I'll catch up with you soon.
Geralt, he knows a lot.
I know, Triss. That's why we need to talk.
He's probably going to be
Don't
the
get
big
killed,
final
Richard.
battle, too.
I won't.
And yes. Do a bit of alchemy. So I want to do some Falcus blood. And I need some golden Oriole. And a rook potion. Although, is there one of these that specifically hits humans? Not that I have, apparently. Let's also make some salmon. Then drink my potions. Oriole and rook. Might make me a little woozy because it's a lot of toxicity, but it should help with the fight that I am quite sure is coming. Up into inventory. Darn it. Use the Falca's blood on the steel sword. And also, apparently, I'm going to want to use my moon runes. I can only do one moon rune at a time? Okay. We'll use that venom on it instead. I don't want to walk slow, considering. Well, I'm pretty sure I know where that gem came from.
Took you a while? Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
So, have you been working
You're
with the Emperor this
heartless.
whole time?
You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... vodka.
I only drink with friends.
What about old acquaintances? Eh? Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Interesting. Ah, flashback time. Will I finally get to learn who Yennefer is?
Middenvern, the Night of Magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader.
They're iconic.
We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Curious.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
I don't know
Why?
what that word is.
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be.
Ah,
Witcher's
it's kneecap
schools
armor.
in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Interesting.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion.
I'm curious
You know
about his
what's
accent.
incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's
Sounds
throats
vaguely
for
Southern
years to
American.
come. The North
Yeah.
resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every Witcher who wears the Viper around his neck knows the place.
Where is your
We
Viper
had so
then?
many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very
Unless that's what this
purpose
chain
of
is.
solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths Twelfths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
I did hear something about the conjunction of spheres thing from my friend who has read the books.
The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds.
That's the job I
They
used to
usually do
have.
that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern. Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days, delirious, in agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums, trying to seduce orcs, trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
That was probably the start of him
We were separated.
working for
They
the Empire.
questioned us. Long and thoroughly. But it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer
But this is
closely
recently, then.
throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire.
She was when I left.
Alright.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Wanna fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here.
Well, at least a swig apiece isn't enough to get us drunk. Don't have to worry about that in the middle of a battle.
The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Netho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Ooh, this is the big decision that my friend who played the games told me about. I don't know, he seems like he's been... Like, aside from the fact that he effectively framed us at the very start, and then we had, like, one big fight, he hasn't exactly been antagonistic. I mean, we just heard how he and his people helped out this Yennefer character, whom I still barely know a thing about, and he helped protect Triss, whom he presumably also knew was important. He knows Dandelion. We've apparently ridden together a lot. I mean, honestly, I was preparing for a fight, but if we don't have to, it'd be like, what's his name from the first game? I think it started with a B. That I wound up not fighting him, and then he came and assisted me in the actual final battle. No, it started with a V. Oh, what was his name? Varigan? Something like that? No, it was a B. Varigan. Yeah, I think. Oh, sure. Berengar. I was close. I had the N in the wrong spot. Okay, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go with this one.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
But is there still a fight to come? I'd be surprised if there isn't some sort of climactic showdown to finish the game anyways. You know, I could probably cosplay as Geralt. Well, except my hair would be the wrong color. Wonder if the white hair is a thing all Witchers have? I don't think so. Ladybugs. They represent some interesting symbology to me after I finished watching Season 5 of Samurai Jack. And I hope to get the game for it at some point, because it looks interesting, and apparently the golden end of the game is the new canon ending to Samurai Jack's story. Shadows, now I really want to rewatch Samurai Jack again. Well, after I finish my rewatch of Steins Gate. Old
The
friend
Witcher
to be
traveled far and
continued.
wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels. Bernard Laredo, amongst the
Apparently
latter.
that was the end of the game. I could have just done a little bit longer of a stream on Sunday and been fine.
Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was resettled. In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragonslayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom. Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them.
What happened to Prince Stennis?
A tempest descended on the north, at least partly the work of manipulative mages. It seemed the turmoil in Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin would benefit them most. Common folk turned against sorceresses and all magic freaks, witchers included. Castles that had hitherto welcomed mavens of the magic arts now shut their gates to any who sought shelter there. A witch hunt ensued.
In Pontar Valley, probably wouldn't be a good idea for them to
It was a time
open
of great
their
uncertainty,
gates to the
a
mage
break
type,
accomplished by royal decree.
just because
Yet
that
as
would
troubled as the day
cause
seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate,
riots,
finally
probably.
received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble
Can we move
to an
on?
entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Thank you. I don't think I'm going to start Witcher 3 right now. I'll let the credits roll. I was not expecting this to end, like, right away. I might play something else, since I'm only like a half hour into a stream. Wow. I really should have just extended the last stream an extra half hour. I do know some games I could probably play to pass the time, though. I've got a couple that I'm saving for other things, but it wouldn't be hard. I'm letting the credits roll just to see that whole ending thing that it talked about at the start there. Let's take a look at Steam. I might play one of the games I don't have on Steam. But ooh, there's an interesting idea. I already played a bit of it on I think that does sound like the best option this time. Be mildly amused if the credits wind up taking as long as what I just played did. He just looks like he's in pain. That's an interesting thought. Is... Ooh. Oh, more credits. Let's see. Okay, so there have been female witchers. I thought there might be, but, okay, that's interesting. One thing said that there has been, another thing that it cannot be. Gets mutated. Cat school. Huh. Okay, so apparently female witchers are okay, there's another one. Have they explained that in the books, females don't survive the trial of grass. Even among males, only 40% survive. Ciri was trained as a witcher, but even she never underwent the trial and hence was not mutated. Huh. Okay. Okay, so it's just the difference in biology means that someone trying to mutate a woman, or a girl, I suppose, since witchers are very Jedi-like in whom they start on their training, from what I remember. The process of becoming a witcher is so tailor-made for the male body, and even then, it has a 60 to 70% mortality rate. So that would explain why you never see one, or why there are no female witchers, as per Geralt. But then it says that the setting has more female spellcasters of importance than male ones, which is fair. It's like, it's that counterbalancey thing. How long are these credits? Now we're on to the music. And speaking of music, I heard a really good track last night when I was recording for my Hat in Time series of videos. I had a boss fight, and I was basically headbanging for the entire boss fight because it was a really good song. And it's just repeating pictures. Yeah, it's... Ah, okay. So Geralt's hair is white because he went through an extra mutation. But most witchers didn't do that. So they would have regular hair. Okay. He was the only one to have survived it. Huh. Okay. So it would be possible to cosplay as a non-Geralt Witcher without too much issue. We just need all the right symbology and a pair of swords on my back. I wonder if the Witcher world has a Japanese equivalent. And there's a nope, that's not what I'm after. No, I don't want to know how popular it was in Japan. I wanted to know if there is a Japanese culture in Japan, or in Witcher. But it doesn't look like. Let's try Witcher Nations. Category Kingdoms. There's Edirn, Arthur's Realm, Brooklyn, Brugge, Caingorn, Sedaris, Sintra, Dolblathana, Emblonia, Empire, Hengfersleed, Kedwin, Carrick, Cover and Povis, Lyria and Rivia, Mecht, Metina, Nazair, Nilfgaard, the Northern Kingdoms, Ophir, Redania, Rivia, I already said, Saskia's Free State, Skellige, Sodden, Talgar, Temeria, Verdun, Yamerlak, and Zerikania. None of those are vaguely Japanese sounding, so it's more than likely that it is not. Wow, these credits are taking so long. It has been almost 10 minutes since they started rolling. And it is tempting to switch to a different system and just let those roll in the background for a while. Because this is honestly a little boring. How long are the credits in Witcher 2? Longest credits ever. And, you thought that was long, look at Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4's ending. You can just hit escape, actually, and it skips to the end cinematic. Yeah, they weren't really that long, I just got bored while watching them. Huh. And hold the down button? No, not really. Half an hour of credits. Boop. Let's skip. I am not sitting through a half hour of credits because I played for half an hour in the stream. So it was legitimately going to be just as long a credits as the epilogue. Okay. Well, that was fast. He looks vaguely familiar. It might just be the models of the game make him look familiar. I think you might want to get off the bridge. Yep, he got trampled. And somehow survived. Interesting. And is his family burned? Looks like his whole village is. That's an army, all right. I do like that it's wrapping around the mountains and rather than spilling over them. Nice touch. The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. Okay, so that was apparently Witcher 2. 12 streams. That's about how long it took me to beat Witcher 1, wasn't it? Well, let's, actually, let's check out this arena business. See if I get to keep my gear.
A witcher!
Who can I talk to if I...
Me, Nick.
I was thinking...
If you have...
I'll
Best
come
of
back
luck
later.
to you. Don't get killed.
It looks like I don't have my gear. Yeah, there is nothing there. Alright. I was just curious on that front. I wasn't really going to do much with that. I'm going to do something else. Let us play some Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Specifically because they've added an update. Well, they've added a few, really, but the main one of interest in this situation... Boss Revenge Mode. Where I'm gonna play as... Bathan. I'll just play a few rounds of this. Make this an hour-long stream. Okay, so it's been long enough. So grenade X or up X, hold to charge. Down X is needle shell. Hail beam, fire up or down. Flash knuckle is right bumper. Hold to delay. That's the right stick plus right trigger. Press to toggle distance. Alright, well, here we go. Not gonna happen. That was interesting. Alright, I beat him. First time I tried doing this stuff, I didn't fare so well. Okay, she does quite a bit of damage. Ooh, that did a lot of damage there. That didn't work out like I'd hoped. Ah, this is taking a lot of damage. Oh wow. This is actually a lot easier than the first time I played. Okay, that fully heals my MP. It looks kind of awkward actually holding the sword in hand. Interesting. How to deal with this? Got her off the ceiling at least. Oh, darn it. Oh, how come I never got that much out of Bloodsteel? That is a lot touchier than it should be. Ooh! I almost thought I wouldn't win that one. Oh, it was just the three of them. Interesting. That was a lot shorter than I was expecting, too. Huh. No, I'm good with that. Eh. Well, that was one idea I had. I do have another one. Let's switch what I'm playing entirely. Which... So we'll do that. Don't bother with the extension. We'll just leave it as Magic Arena. There. So we'll play some Magic Arena, and that'll finish out this stream. I'm just gonna be playing until 3. So it depends on how long this takes. So first, let's turn on the audio. I have it turned off because I, generally will play it while I'm watching something on YouTube or something. So let's just do... Yeah, let's just play Dreams of the Rainbow. It's my most gimmicky deck. Ooh, and here's somebody right away. DKD 94. Interesting. I will risk this opening hand. And just really hope that I draw Forest or a Swamp. Or at least a land. A land would probably be best. So first Indotha Triome. Next turn, better give me a land. Any land will do, but I'd like a forest or a swamp. So of course I don't draw either. Interesting. Are you going to do it? Oh, you got a large playing deck. Hey, a land. Just what I was looking for. So, you still gonna attack with your World Shaper? Yeah, because I'm gonna block it with my Leyline Prowler. And there was one land in there. Okay. I'm gonna play the Sanctum first. Alright, getting lands. Get a red mana, because I'm gonna play Torbran. And then next I'll play New Horizons. Attack with your angel. Yeah, alright. About what I figured. We need a way to block it soon, I hope. Not what I wanted to see. Let's do more red mana. But I'm gonna cast New Horizons on the Zagath Triome. And then cast the Altar of the Pantheon. Give myself a life. Attack with Torbran. And then you attack all out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yep. Oh, you had me without doing that. I shouldn't have attacked. Oh well. It happens. One more game and then it'll be 3 o'clock. So, shortest stream ever. Actually, instead of Dreams of the Rainbow, let's go with I Will Endure. Because that one is actually based on my actual standard deck. That I can't play because I can never go to a standard event. If I had one more land, this would be a good hand. Especially if it were a mountain. I'm gonna risk it. I'm so glad they fixed the placement of that pyramid. Because for a long while, this pyramid used to be just over here enough that you couldn't click on this crystal. Come on, I want land. This gives me a land. Any land will do me. Yeah. And I won't be attacking with my princess because the Llanowar Visionary is small enough to block her. And that's where it's mildly annoying that I don't get, when I don't get hexproof first. Okay, Idyllic Grange. I'm gonna want to cast, or play that now. Even though I won't get the +1/+1 counter off it. Arasta. Okay. Arasta cannot block the beloved princess. Okay. If I get another green mana source, then I will out-muscle Arasta. If I get a red mana source, I summon Krenko. And then we return a permanent. Yeah, that's about what I figured. Because you'll be able to mutate one of your guys for that one. Bit of self-milling, huh? Okay. Can attack with Arasta? Yep. I'm not blocking. There's a mountain. Leave me with 2 open mana if I do that. Yeah, we'll do it. And then I'll start out muscling. Actually, I'll probably do Silver Flame Ritual first. Of course you had to kill my Krenko. You beast. I mean, I'm not gonna block the Myra Triton either. Alright. Alright. And Mo is indestructible until end of turn. You're only gonna block one of the damage? Alright for you then. Who's it gonna be this time? Ah, your Boneyard Lurker again. I'm gonna actually mutate him this time? Yep. So, what's next? Some dead weight. Really now? That's about what I thought. Let's see. I will pay 2 life for this Sacred Foundry. So I can adamant the Silver Flame Ritual. Attack with everyone and pump the beloved princess. That's about what I figured. So, I can do 7 damage. That'll just leave the token alive, and I am okay with that. So she's back to being a 1/1. And with this, I will take 10 damage. I will risk it. Depends on what I draw. Another Myra Triton for you. Okay. Alright. I might be able to survive this turn, depending on what they do. If they attack all out, I am finished. But if they hold back any... Yep. We'll block the Lurker with Oketra and Arasta with Princess. Because that's really all I can do. Oh well, it was fun. So, short stream for the night. I hope you'll join me Wednesday night / Thursday morning when I start Witcher 3. Because I'm going to go back to the Sunday night, Wednesday night cycle of streaming. Which also means I need to make a banner for Witcher 3. But I can do that after work tomorrow. So, till the next, live well.